Okay, so while I'm waiting for the bread and buns to rise, hopefully the buns turn out right. Hopefully. We'll see. Hopefully. I did not do them at all like what I did last time. But, anywho. I kind of wanted to not really throw something out, but, yeah. So, I made a video, and I don't know when that was posted, honestly. But I had said that we had been doing some things to the truck. Fixing it. Like, fixing the things that needed to be fixed. As well as, like, just kind of, like, some, like, improvements. Like the seat covers. It's not just been with the truck. It has been with, like, the house as well. As you can tell, I did get a new vacuum cleaner. We had one from Walmart. It's the green one, like the cheapest one you can get from Walmart. I don't know what the brand it was, but if you go to Walmart and you look at the one that's for, like, I think like $80, it's like lime greeny code. That was it. But we've had it for several years, and it honestly was not working anymore. I would like sweep the floor. Then I would like go to like vacuum the floor. I would vacuum and put it up and then walk across the floor, and it felt like I hadn't swept. It's like, it was like pushing, instead of like sucking up the sand that was like, or dirt that was on the floor, it was like pushing it out, like back behind it to where it was like going on the floor, and I was just, yeah. So I had bought one off of Amazon, and it was one of those, it kind of looked like a shop vac, but it had a pole, like a long pole, that way you can, use it for carpet and stuff. Well, it worked good on the floor, but it didn't work very well on the carpet. It just didn't have enough suction, or strong enough suction for the actual carpet. So, but it did good on, like, the floor and, like, getting, like, small things like crumbs and stuff, like, off the couch and, seats and stuff like that. So, it worked well for that. It just, the carpet did not work. So, but Align really liked it, and he kept saying, oh, I'm going to steal that, and I'm going to take it to work, and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, you're not taking my vacuum. The only way you can take my vacuum is if you get me another one that actually works well on carpet too. And what I wanted something lightweight. I wanted something that I could, like, vacuum the floor as well as, like, the carpet. And that I could take apart and use as, like, a handheld for, like, inside of the truck and stuff like that. So I told him, I said, you're not taking it. Unless you replace it. Well, he ended up replacing it. He actually wanted it so bad to where he actually went and bought me another one off of Amazon just so he could take that to work. So, we bought that one, and honestly, it was around the same price. Give or take. I can't remember exact amount. But it was roundabout, give or take, like I said, give or take, around the one that we had originally bought from Walmart. So, and it does all the things that I want to do, and it actually works very well on the carpet. It works good on the floor. It worked really good, like, inside the truck. The only meh thing that I don't like, one, it takes forever to charge. Like, if it's dead, it will take just about, like, probably about 24 hours. Or 12, like, between, like, 12 to 24 hours to charge from completely dead to like 100%. I can, and there's two settings. There's like a low and like a high. I can have it on the low setting, which is kind of like for the floors. The high is for like the carpets. A little bit more power, a little bit more suction. I can put it on low, and I can do like the kids' room and like to the front door, because this is like the only like floor that we have. Just by doing their room, and literally, I'm going to kind of twist y'all a little bit, but from the kids all the way to the door, front door, it's not a lot of floor. It's really not. It will go from 100% to like 75 just by doing this little strip. And that is one of the things that, the number one thing that reviewers said is the fact that the battery is crap. And yeah, it is definitely a crappy battery. Suction is great, just the battery life just ultimately really sucks on it. So, yeah. But it is just a little bit through here, so ultimately, even on a high, I can vacuum like the whole entire house. Like carpet and all on high, and the battery not run down. So, it is fine. I mean, it's no big deal. Because pretty much after I use it, I pretty much, you know, try to charge it anyhow. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but it's lighter. This light above the table is the only light that I have on, besides the one in the kitchen, and of course their room is on. But do y'all see how? And it's raining outside, so it's dark and gloomy. But do you see how light it is? Do y'all see how bright this is? We bought a new light to go above the table. We really didn't like the other one. And honestly, I'm sure you've thought it. I've thought it. I've heard people say it. That those lights kind of look like a little boob light. And it kind of did. And those were LED lights that was in it. Graceland, stop. It just, the glass was so thick, it just muted, muddled, whatever you want to call it, just the brightness. And so it just wasn't that bright. So we got a new one. Like, yes, I turned it off, but I wanted to kind of show y'all, like, just... Like, it's dark in here. Like, it's dark. I mean, I have that open, but, like, it's dark over here in this little corner. And that's what it looks like from, like, underneath. It is very bright. It is very weird looking, and it's kind of small. Like, I have small hands, and so, like, it's, like, 2 of my hands. So, like, it's pretty tiny. So, but it puts off a lot of lights. The only other change, we did manage overlook the mess. I've not done dishes since doing the bread. The other small change that we did is we bought new light bulbs to go in these. Because, reason being, we knew when we moved in that just about every single light in here was like a different color. Like the light right here, the light right here, and the light over there, that's like just the living room, was that white color. This light over here was white. The one over the sink was also white. The stove was like warm. The original one that was over the table, that was warm, as well as the light right here on the wall. They were warm. 3, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 altogether. There are 5 lights in the kids' room. And half of them was one color, white. The other half was a warm color. Same thing with, let's see, the bathroom was all warm or white. I think those might have been white. And then we have 2 lights in our bedroom, the main light and then one that's like above the bed. They were both 2 different colors. One was white, one was warm. And so we honestly just kind of got tired of, 1, not being able to see right here. 2, it seemed like every room was like a different color. And we had noticed that the main light in our bedroom, one of them, one side, wasn't working half the time. So Elaine had pulled it off to look at it to see what was going on, and it was just so old that the plastic, I don't really know how to explain it, but like you've got the part of the light that has all of the little lights in it, or the light part of it. And then you got the part it goes into, like the plastic part, you know, because all the wires, it goes into that. And then you take that plastic and then you plug it into the actual socket. The plastic part at the end that goes into the socket was like crumbling. And it was like showing all the wires, which is why it wasn't getting like a really good connection anymore. The one on Elena's bed did the same thing. And so Elena was like, well, I'm just going to buy all new lights. And I'm just going to buy enough to change practically every light in the house. That way they'll all be the same color. So the light bulbs that we went with actually had 3 options. They had the white, they had the warm, and then they had like a neutral or a natural warm, which is like the option like in between the 2. It's like they took the white and the warm and put it together. And so we ended up getting that one because it was like a middle ground. And so it actually looks really good in here. And we did that first. And then we ended up ordering this one, and honestly it's the same color, which is awesome. The other change for like in the house that we have done is when the wind would blow really hard, sometimes with the door, and those of you that have RVs or has even looked in an RV, the handle on the inside of the door is really small. It's just not very wide. Just enough to cup just the tip of your fingers, just to be able to pull it. And if the wind blew really hard, it would just yank it out of your hand, and it would slam into the side of the, into the side of the RV, which can do a couple of different things. 1, it can mess up the door. 2, it can break the glass in the door, and it could also possibly break, in our case, the window that's in the bedroom, because it's right there when the window's right here, so when the door opens, like, the door is, like, covers part of the window up. So, like, if it hit it just hard enough, potentially could end up doing quite a bit of damage, and we don't have, 1, money, 2, knowledge on how to fix it. So, we had been seeing a lot of people that has bought these little things that goes on their door. And so we bought one to help with it not coming out of our hands. So I'm going to show you real quick what that looks like. This is like a handle that you can grab onto. That's plastic. This is metal. And of course the plastic is down here. And this is adjustable. Because, some doors might be a little bit not as wide, so you can kind of, and if you didn't want it here and you wanted it like down here, it's just adjustable. A lot of people actually install one here and at the bottom, right here at this strip. For like if the door's open and you're coming in, you can grab this one and bring it with you, and then as you get a little bit higher up, you grab this one. It does make it a little bit easier because see, it's, you know, I'm putting my fingers all the way in there and it only comes to like right here, you know, on my fingers, right at that like knuckle joint, whatever. So, I mean, if that wind, it pulls right on, because this is very slick. So, you know, and I can actually stand back and be able to actually open it and grab it from here. As to where before, if it's open, no ma'am. I'm making a video, go. As to where before, I would have to lean all the way out and grab it. And that's not entirely safe because, like, I'm way out here. So this honestly just makes it just so much easier and so much better. There are a couple other things that